Almost any in the National Football League. This is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Hello all, Kate Scott up here in the booth, and joining me as always, my partner Brock Heward. All right, Brock, everyone hoping we see a competitive contest here, and both teams feel they can provide that.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I mean, you just stack these two teams up. We've all done our homework. They've done a lot more practice time and film watching and everything else. But by all accounts, the numbers will tell you, the talent will tell you, we're going to have a competitive chess match, and I can't wait to watch it.
More room past the 50. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs go up 6-0 here in the first. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Returning it from the 4. He's got a lane up past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. He breaks the tackle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, I know you can read your partner right now, Kate. You know I'm smiling. Because that was a callback to the early days of football when fullbacks, fullbacks, not running backs, they were the one that led the ground game. He didn't stop at a yard or two,
His first throw is an interception. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Brissett back to the air after the pick. Chased out to his right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun now for Brissett. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
He's throwing deep. He's got it deep downfield. And that is a touchdown. These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hill to throw. This is reeled in by Jackson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets him around 6 there. Jared Verse on the tackle. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State. From the 44 here on second down. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. They're going for this. That's cut beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Man in motion here. Hill finds his fullback. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Forced out to his right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. From the 43. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Brissett. Has the connection to Jones. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They go play action on 1st. They get to him and bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. And it's the Chiefs. Backed up considerably here on 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Hill buys time, rolling right. Hits him on the out route.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Diving right side, got it! How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw, Hill. Catch made over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Hill. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. We're set now on 1st and 10. He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Chiefs will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead. You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Brissett. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Brissett. Brought in right side. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably.
And he gets in. Touchdown. These guys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Hill now. Throwing the out route complete. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Another carry for him. He's out in the clear. Nice cutback right. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs push their lead further to start the half. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 3-possession lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, Brissett. As a man, Justin Jefferson. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And the ground game works for the touchdown. They're leaving the offense out there. They're going to try for 2. He's throwing for it. And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit. So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here we go, set. Hill to throw. Completed to his running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. That's complete to Jackson. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs with a 2-score lead. First down, and they go right back to him. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon.
And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. The Chiefs offense staying on the field. They're going to try for 2. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on.
Going to play action here, Brissett. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Brissett. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs take over just inside the 40. They're at the opposing 39.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs have likely locked up the...